Hi traders, today I've got a really insightful interview for you today. We talk to No Nonsense Forex, or VP as some of you may know him as. He has been a professional trader since 2014, has been trading with a prop firm and gives us some really good insights into the psychology around trading and how to level up your mindset if you're going to be successful in this. So stay tuned, enjoy this video, and I'll catch you at the end.
Yeah, I guess one question I kind of have then is, if somebody was a beginner, do you have any kind of advice or top tip that would save them, I don't know, a month of their time? Or, you know, would you say there's something, maybe an indicator you'd say, don't waste your time with that one, it's a load of rubbish? Or what would you say is the go-to that you'd kind of point to first?
This is going to sound strange, but I would say go learn price action trading. Learn how to read a chart, learn what the tools are, learn what they do. Understanding that I'm going to tell you to do things differently, but you have to have a base knowledge of how this market works. You can't just start on my channel and not really know what a trend line is or how it works. I just don't see a world where that's possible, right? And then at the end of the day, you might not want to trade my way. So it's good to have a fundamental base there. You know, most people in this world don't trade the way we trade at No Nonsense Forex. It's a big channel, but Forex is much, much, much bigger.
Yeah.
So, and you can be very successful as a price action trader. I don't think the odds are as much in your favor, but there's certainly, you know, hundreds of thousands of people out there who do. So who am I to say? So I always say learn those basics first. I have this in one of my very, very early podcast episodes from back in 2018. And I say, once you've done that, then come here. And then I'll tell you how to do things this way. And then you can make a decision of whether this is the route you want to take or not. But learn the basics first. Yeah, there's no magic indicator or no one thing I would say, you know, don't do. It's a combination of things.
Right. I guess it's almost like go learn everything first and then come back to me and I can tell you sort of to maybe focus a bit more here than where you have been focusing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to join a brokerage firm on Wall Street, you're going to have a degree in finance first, no matter how they do things. So you have to have that base knowledge.
Fair,
you have to know how to read a chart. You have to know how to set orders, because I'm not going to teach you how to do those things. You know, those are basic things you already have to know. You know, then you come to me for Forex 201 if you want to go this very particular route.
Right, got you. So what would you say to somebody? I always ask this question because I always think this is a good kind of place to go. I would say a lot of traders are probably on the point of break even or below, in a way, just slightly below. How do those traders get from break even to being profitable? Because I think there is a period where some people are just, they do really well, then they come back to break even, they then drop a little bit, come back to break it. They never really seem to consistently drive higher. What would you think could be something that they could do?
It's all psychology at the end of the day. Like I said, I got the head of my prop firm dropping seashells on the ground and, you know, trading based on what he sees. And he's still doing really well. So I think most people are going to think it's their system, or they're going to think it's this or it's that. It's probably not. I mean, you know, you can improve your system as you go, but you need to really get your trading psychology down first. You could even be a price action trader. The problem is you're never going to have definitive signals, so that's going to drive you crazy. But really, yeah, going from bad to break even and then going from break even to great, it's all psychology. It always has been. It's just people can go 20 years without realizing it, which is really sad. So I try to point it out as much as I can.
Okay. So how does somebody, I'd say, okay, how does that trader mentally prepare themselves to get into the markets then? Do you feel like maybe they could start with a routine? Would that be fair?
I just think, yeah, we talked about daily routines and things like that. It's really, if you're trading the daily chart, if you're trading 15 minutes a day, you really don't need to psych yourself up for that nearly as much as you would if you're trading intraday. So I think it's a bit less important. I would say have all the other things in your life sorted out a bit first, because, you know, if you have these things hanging on you, you know, these stresses from family or friends or drugs or things like that, you know, that's not going to help you any. Right. But, you know, you really just have to find a way So no matter what's going on in your life, when you sit down in front of those charts and you get started, you have to become emotionally dead inside, because emotions are all the one things that are always going to trip you up. Yeah. And if you're still doing that 5-6 years down the road, then I think we've identified the problem. It's really hard for people to do. But if you can just follow those 3 rules I told you, or if all else fails, go the automation route where you don't have a choice to jump in, then that's what you need to do.
Awesome. Well, I think that will conclude it there. I think that has been an absolutely awesome interview, and thank you for sharing your insights. I guess one last question is, I always ask, where can everybody follow you? And I guess what's your one last piece of advice for somebody starting trading today? What would you say to them?
If they're just starting, yeah, go learn the basics. But then once you're, you can go to yrwin.babypips.com, still exists. And I think it's a really good course. Excuse me. I finished it in under a week. Like I just ran right through it. So it doesn't take you very long. But then go to no-nonsense-forex.com. I kind of read you the riot act on that very first page. And then I give you my beginner's video. The one thing I didn't do a great job of when I put the channel together was give people a real roadmap. So that is my one real attempt to at least kind of set you on the right course in terms of my channel, because I have over 200 videos on it. So you're gonna need to know where to start and where to go. So that's what that video accomplishes. And then get started, and don't be afraid to trade and put in the reps. You're gonna need those. Some people, they want to know everything before they even put one trade in. That's silly. You need experience. You need that repetition in your brain. So yeah, do those things, and just understand you're not going to be, no matter what you do, you're not going to be any good at this 2-3 years in. You're going to think you are, but you're not going to be. So understand you better be in this for the long game, because if you're not, no matter what some goofy YouTuber or person on Twitter tells you, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Nothing comes quick in this business. You have to be in it for the long term. But if you put the time in, it's worth it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, VP, for joining me today. I really appreciate all your all the answers and all the information you've given today. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jonathan. Glad we're able to do this.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see some more of our Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.